We all want to live our life feeling good, and oftentimes it is the little habits that we do consistently that are the most helpful. In today's video, I want to share with you 25 healthy habits that I've been doing lately that I kind of wish I started earlier because they are just so very helpful and they really are changing my life a little. Some of these I've been doing for a while and others are very new. Some have to do with feeling good physically, while others have to do more with feeling good mentally, and some a little bit of both. And today's video is sponsored by Live XP, which is great for brain health and also just a lot of fun. I will chat more about them later. For now, let's dive right in. Habit number 1, a magnesium supplement can help with muscle cramps. I used to get these really annoying cramps, mostly in my feet and my toes, and they ranged from kind of annoying to actually really quite painful. I've been taking a magnesium supplement with 100 milligrams of magnesium citrate and the cramps are gone. Just gone. It is wonderful. There is also evidence to suggest that taking a magnesium supplement can help with digestion, bone strength, sleep, and menstrual cramps. Of course, I'm not a doctor, so please keep that in mind. Very important. That goes for the whole video. If you have any questions, talk about them with your doctor, do your own research. But I find these to be very helpful, and as soon as I don't take them for a couple days, the cramps come back, and if I take them again, the cramps are gone. Habit number 2, find a sunscreen you don't hate and use it daily. I know sunscreen can be so annoying. It is sticky, it is greasy, it gets on your clothes, it's annoying to put underneath your makeup. Unfortunately, it is also really important to use to prevent sunburn and possibly health issues. It also helps to prevent premature skin aging, so I do use it every day. They say the best sunscreen out there is the one that you actually use, so find one that you at least don't hate and try to use it daily. I do actually kind of hate my sunscreen right now, but the Dutch in me doesn't let me let it go to waste, so I am using it up. But if you have any suggestions for a brand that is cruelty-free, has SPF 50 and is not like greasy or annoying to put underneath makeup, please share suggestions in the comments. Habit number 3, if you're dreading a workout, you're not doing it right. I always say our exercise needs to be gentle and joyful. So if you're just on the couch feeling like, oh, I don't want to do anything, I don't want to get up, I think that's normal to have sometimes. But if you're seriously dreading your workout, then I think it is time to make a change. So a workout needs to be something that you can kind of also breathe through. So it is okay if it's a little challenging, but it needs to feel good in your body. If you feel pain, stop. And if you're sore for days or you're just physically feeling super tired and exhausted, you're doing too much. You're not going to be able to keep that up long term, and you're also just putting way too much stress on your body. So try making exercising something to look forward to instead. And for me, how I do that is by allowing myself to do any kind of workout that I'm in the mood for. Some days it could be a little weights, some days it's power yoga, some days it's doing a little dance, sometimes I just want to go out for a long walk. Whatever I'm in the mood for, it helps me to keep it fun, and I never dread my workouts. And having to do with that too, habit number 4, stop your workouts on a high. So when you're still feeling good, maybe the first part of your workout is a little rough because you've been sitting all day, but after a few minutes you start to feel more active and more energized, and that is the feeling that you want to hold on to. So try to stop when you're still feeling like, yeah, you know, instead of when you're just completely over the hill. It's so much better to get used to moving your body a little bit every day than to go all out, completely exhaust yourself and then not do anything else for the rest of the week. Habit number 5, get a pedicure and take care of your feet. My life improved instantly when I started doing them. No more pain in my feet, no more feeling insecure about them. Our feet carry us everywhere and they deserve some love, and it is just so nice to always have clean, pain-free, well-groomed feet. If you're worried about going because you're embarrassed, please don't be. My pedicurist is great and she says she has seen it all. So whether it is ingrown nails or any kind of issue that you may have, go to a professional, let them help you, and just make sure that they are serious about hygiene. Habit number 6, learn how to engage the vagus nerve. If you want to activate some inner calm and combat stress, then there is a nerve in your body that can help with that. It is called the vagus nerve, and there are many ways to engage it, to calm down the body and get into that rest and digest mode. So take your pick. You can take a handful of deep belly breaths to activate the vagus nerve. You can also hum or sing, which is one of my favorite things to do if I'm home alone. You can also give yourself a little gentle massage right here, like right below the ear, to activate it, or suck on a hard candy for a while. I actually like doing all of these, so I kind of mix and match a little. Whenever I feel tense, I'll try one of them, and it is very soothing. Habit number 7, be mindful of your posture during the day. Having a poor posture can place stress on your body and possibly cause pain, for example, your neck and your shoulders, your back and your spine. I actually used to have great posture when I was younger, but nowadays I often notice that when I'm sitting, I'm just kind of slouching and it really doesn't feel good. So I'm trying to practice sitting up straighter with head over heart over pelvis. It is a great mood booster too, and it also makes you look more confident. So a little exercise you can do: if you bend your arms and put them behind your back and then grab your wrist with one hand, doesn't matter which one, and just kind of pinch your shoulder blades together a little bit. Try to stay relaxed and breathe and hold that for about 10 seconds. And then just let your arms fall down. I now try to repeat this about like 5 times a day, and it always helps me just feel a lot better in my back. Before I tell you the rest of the healthy habits, I quickly want to tell you about today's sponsor, LiveXP. So when it comes to learning languages, I'm always doing it because, first of all, I find it fun, and second, it is a great way to keep your brain healthy. So LiveXP is a platform where you can find tutors for private one-on-one language lessons, and I am using it to do Japanese and Spanish lessons. They have more than 2,000 tutors and 35 languages, including English, French, Chinese, and many others. What I love about LiveXP is how much I'm actually improving, because the lessons are one-on-one, so I'm constantly practicing, listening, speaking. Both my teachers are super nice, and the lessons are always a lot of fun. You can select your own language goals, like learning the basics for an upcoming trip or improving your proficiency. You can even filter by interest and talk about things you're passionate about, like trying to explain the plot of my favorite anime series in Japanese.
さくらちゃんは1に本を見つけて、本をあげて、魔法のカードが飛び出す。
With Spanish, I'm taking a more studious approach, so we're using textbooks, which is great because, well, I've gotten pretty good at understanding Spanish now. I had a hard time speaking it at first, but as I practice, I notice with every lesson that it does get easier.
El otoño llueve mucho, hace mucho viento, no es muy frío.
You can watch a tutor's introduction video and then book a 30-minute trial lesson, and if you like it, you can choose your subscription either monthly or quarterly. It's also super flexible. You can switch between languages and teachers anytime you want, or cancel your subscription again if you want to. They also gave me a really great offer to share with you, so if you use my code HAPPYZEN, then you can book a 30-minute trial lesson for only 99 cents. And you can also get 30% off any subscription by using my code HAPPYZEN30. So huge thank you to LiveXP. Let's get back to the video.
Buena semana, muchas gracias. Nos vemos pronto.
Habit number 8, sleep hygiene to combat sleep anxiety. I sometimes have sleep anxiety. It is because I know the importance of getting enough sleep, so I put too much focus on it, and then I can't sleep. It's really annoying. So what I started doing is focusing on all the things that I know are great for sleep, that are within my control, and then whatever happens after my head hits the pillow, I just accept. So if I fall asleep, that's great. If I don't fall asleep, that's fine too. So things like dimming the lights, no blue light before going to bed, drinking chamomile tea, making sure my bedroom is dark and not too warm, all these things I do, they're within my control. And the rest I just don't try to focus on too much, and that really does help me to fall asleep easier. It is ironic and annoying, but true. If you focus too much on falling asleep, it is really hard to fall asleep. So if you recognize this, if you're in bed being like, yeah, if I fall asleep now, I have 7 hours of sleep. Oh, if I fall asleep now, I have 6 hours of sleep. Fall asleep now, I have 5 hours of sleep. If you're the type of person who does that, like me sometimes, then try to focus on the things that you can easily do yourself and not worry too much about the rest. Habit number 9, you eat what you buy. Building habits is very much about making it easy to do the healthy thing and not so easy to do the not so healthy thing. So for me, 95% of eating healthy actually happens in the supermarket, because whatever I buy, I will eat. It's only a matter of time. So I always make sure to shop with a list and I meal plan, and almost all of the things I buy are healthy foods like fruits and vegetables and tofu and tempeh and whole grains and beans and legumes and nuts and seeds and all the good stuff. And occasionally I will buy something like a bag of potato chips or a bar of dark chocolate, but these are exceptions. So try to come up with some ground rules that make sense for you, because you're the only one who knows what can work for you. Maybe you're allowed to get some exceptions like on the weekends or when people come over, whatever helps you, but make it easier for yourself to eat the healthy things by buying the healthy things. If you're always buying cookies and ice cream and snacks and things, you're making it really hard for yourself because they are in the house and now you have to resist them. Whereas for me, they're usually just not here, so it is super easy for me not to eat them because they're not here. So I'll just make myself like a healthy, yummy snack instead. Habit number 10, eat until 80% full and not 100% stuffed. This is a habit from Okinawa, Japan, where some of the healthiest people and the longest living people in the world live, and it is called hara hachibu. As a kid, I was always taught to finish whatever is on my plate, and that is a habit that I took with me into adulthood. So even if I already felt like I had enough, I would still finish whatever was on my plate. Now I'm practicing listening to my body more, and when I start to feel like I've had enough food, so right around that like 80% full mark, I notice that I'm slowing down my eating and I start to sigh. So I will notice this, I will just pack up the rest and eat it sometime later. This is not about weight or restricting or anything like that. I eat enough where I actually do feel satisfied, and I love food, so don't get me wrong, but it just feels so much better than to feel completely stuffed and bloated and tired, and it's easier on the digestive system too. Habit number 11, coax out your feelings and let them out. I sometimes notice I'm holding a lot of emotion in my body, in my shoulders, in my neck, in my jaw, in my hips, in my tummy. And sometimes it is hard to access these emotions and let them out. So what I'll do is I will coax them out a little by maybe putting on a sad movie or listening to a sad song and kind of trying to access them and let them out that way. It is very relieving. If I notice that I'm feeling angry or frustrated, I will just try to kind of let it out through movement and breathing, or you know, where you're just tensing all your muscles and then relaxing them again. Holding in all of your emotions can kind of cause them to build up in your body, and it just doesn't feel great. So I've been practicing with this over the last couple of months, and it feels really nice to let things go. But this is definitely one that I do when I'm home alone because it's kind of embarrassing. Habit number 12, eat 1 to 2 tablespoons of seeds every day and try to switch them up. Chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp, pumpkin seeds. I love pumpkin seeds. They're full of omega-3s, plant-based protein, fiber, and a variety of minerals. They are good for brain health, heart health, reducing inflammation, and boosting the immune system. Seeds are very versatile. It is pretty easy once you get the hang of it to add them to maybe your smoothies or your salad or toast or yogurt or oatmeal. I always like to make chia pudding myself, so here is my personal recipe. About 1/3 of a cup of soy yogurt and 2/3 of a cup of soy milk. Add 3 to 4 tablespoons of chia seeds. Stir everything together and keep overnight in the fridge. The next morning, give it a good stir and divide over 2 bowls. So this is for 2 people. I will add some fruits, nut butter, and a kind of fruit spread, which is kind of like jam, but without any added sugar. Tasty, filling, and easy. Lucky number 13, go for the whole grain kind when you can. A great and easy way to instantly increase your fiber intake. You can do this with bread, rice, pasta, noodles, crackers. You'll feel full and satisfied for much longer. You'll get much more nutrients from your food, and it also helps with regularity. If you're really not used to this, then try to increase your fiber gradually and drink lots of water. Otherwise, your digestive system is going to be just like, what are you doing? If you're increasing your fiber intake that much all of a sudden. Habit number 14, double cleanse your face. I used to just take off my makeup with a makeup remover and leave it at that, but when you do that, there's still just a lot of product and sunscreen and sweat and dirt and grime on your face. So I also use a gentle cleanser, just really getting in there with my fingers to get everything out, and it leaves my skin feeling a lot better. Same with my hair. If you have kind of like thicker hair like me, I always shampoo it twice, because even if I like really get in there with my fingertips, it just doesn't feel 100% clean if I only shampoo it once. So I will do it twice and my scalp feels a lot better and cleaner. Habit number 15, take more walks. I could make a whole video about how taking walks is currently changing my life. Let me put it this way, walking is a free way to fully take care of yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. I'm now taking morning walks because I'm actually getting up at 5:30 a.m. most weekdays now. Starting my day by gently moving my body has completely transformed how I feel during the rest of the day. The more I do it, the better I feel. I think more clearly, I'm more motivated, I have more energy, and I just feel so much calmer mentally and emotionally. I think in the wintertime, I will change it to after lunch instead of after breakfast. So if mornings are no good for you, do it any other time of the day. Start small, go for little walks around your neighborhood. No phone, no music, no podcast, no nothing. And I really think that walking can change lives. As they say, go on those stupid walks for your stupid mental health. Habit number 16, do breath work. Same with breath work, it is so important, and I really was not doing this enough. When I'm feeling tired, anxious, stressed, depressed, if there's anything going on, I will take 5 deep belly breaths, and this has the power to kind of lift me up out of it and just make me feel a little bit better about everything. There are many cool breathing exercises that you can try. Feel free to look them up on YouTube. I usually just do the deep belly breaths though, because they are the easiest and I can do them anywhere, anytime. Deep diaphragmatic breathing can literally change the chemical makeup of your body and help you to relax more. So if you're not doing it already, try. Habit number 17, exercises for your pelvic floor. Now I'm gonna be honest here, I only started doing this last week. But it feels really great. I do a little workout where I train both my lower abs and my pelvic floor muscles. Doing these exercises can be helpful for lower back pain, bladder control, constipation, a bunch more things. It's actually quite easy. Again, it's a quick YouTube search will tell you how to do them, and I'm really enjoying it, so I'm looking forward to seeing long-term results. Habit number 18, work on your relationship with your body. Learn to love it just the way that it is, instead of focusing on all the little things that you don't like about your body and that make you feel insecure. Trust me, I know. It is so much nicer if you can just appreciate your body for all that it does for you and feel positive about it. I'm noticing all kinds of little changes in my body now that I'm getting a bit older, and things are, I don't know, they're just different. They look different, they feel different. And I'm noticing these changes. Mostly I feel excited about them. I'm just practicing being super mindful of my inner self-talk when it comes to body image. I'm mindful of the kind of content that I consume, making sure that it actually makes me feel good about myself or better about myself instead of insecure. And just really letting go of this idea that my body needs to look like some kind of unrealistic beauty standard, and that it is fully okay just the way that it is, and that I can accept myself and embrace myself for the way that I am. It is a process, but I'm getting there. Habit number 19, cook double amounts when you can. Cooking your own meals is one of the best things that you can do for your health and your wallet. And again, anything that we can do to make the healthy habits easier is great. So oftentimes if I'm already cooking, I'll just cook double amounts. And so we can either heat up the rest the day after, so I don't have to cook the day after, or I'll just freeze part of it and store it in the freezer until the next time that I really don't feel like cooking. If I'm feeling really tired or I have a busy day and I don't feel like cooking, instead of ordering takeout, I can just take this out of the freezer. It is homemade lentil soup. I made a big batch the other day. Just defrost this, easy peasy. Habit number 20, get your blood checked every once in a while. I feel like especially when it comes to supplements and vitamins and minerals and things like that, it is sometimes just really hard to know what to do because there's so much information and ads and voices and opinions out there about which supplements we need to take. So it is kind of like trying to steer a boat without a map or a compass. And that's where it comes in handy to get your blood levels checked every once in a while so you can use that information as a map to steer your boat. Trust me, I hate getting this done because it is I really hate it, but I do it because it is just really nice to have that information to know if I'm actually deficient in anything, so I'm not taking any supplements that I don't need to be taking. I do always take vitamin B12. That's important if you're a vegan or vegetarian. Habit number 21, try to stand a bit more and sit a bit less. This is also low-key changing my life lately, so if you are doing a job like me where you're basically just sitting all day, you may really benefit from standing more. A sedentary lifestyle can unfortunately increase the risk of certain health issues, and there is research to say that a sitting-standing desk can help. For example, research suggests that after a meal, your blood sugar levels will return back to normal quicker if you're standing up, and that standing more can also help to reduce back pain and neck pain. So I have a sitting standing desk right now in the office. I think I do probably around 50-50. I did purchase a gel mat to support my joints, and that really helps. It also activates all the muscles in your feet and your legs because it's kind of like wobbly a little, and that helps with circulation. If you don't have one of these desks, you can get creative. You can also get one of those things that you put onto your desk and then put your laptop on there. Habit number 22, eat more plants. I've been vegan for about 6 years now, and I was a vegetarian a long time before that, so I haven't eaten any meat in around 21 years. And I think there's a misconception out there that going vegan or vegetarian even is like sacrificing your health for your ethics, but that's really not the case. We know from research how eating more plant-based protein is beneficial for your health. Things like legumes and beans and nuts and seeds and tofu, tempeh, seitan, these are high nutrient foods that really nourish your body. So of course you don't have to go vegetarian or vegan overnight. You can try to practice eating more plant-based proteins by swapping out animal products. So let's say that you're cooking a spaghetti sauce, instead of adding meat, you can add lentils and mushrooms. Or if you're cooking a curry, instead of adding chicken, you can add chickpeas and tofu, things like that. And it's actually really easy once you kind of get the hang of it. My health wasn't the main reason for me that I wanted to go vegan. That had to do more with ethics and just not wanting my food to contribute to animal suffering and the destruction of our planet. But for me, the health benefits are a really great bonus. Number 23, meditate for short amounts of time. Just even 3 minutes can really do wonders. And I think when it comes to meditation, it can seem very daunting for people because we feel like we need to sit still for at least 30 minutes, and most people don't really have time for that. But even a short meditation can lead to a calmer state of mind. So for me, I usually do this around like between 3 and 10 minutes, and that works a lot better for me than doing long stretches of time because I feel like this is something that I can keep up. Habit number 24, take breaks to be offline and do something fun. Do something that makes you laugh. So if you're anything like me, sometimes life can kind of start to feel like it's all about working, cleaning, grocery shopping, cooking, sleeping, doing all of that right, and then actually forgetting to actually live and have fun and let go. Never underestimate the power of doing something fun and laughing. I think this is one of the biggest secrets to living a happy and healthy life. Number 25, know your number one self-care activity and make time for it often. Know what activity always helps you to unwind and feel better. For me, it's reading, usually either in bed or in my little reading chair right there. I make a cup of tea, I read a book. It always helps, and I make time for it often. Maybe for you, it's something else, going into nature or meeting with friends or dancing or whatever it is. Try to know what it is for you and make time for it regularly, because it is never selfish to take care of yourself and fill your cup. So these are the 25 healthy habits that are currently helping me to just improve my quality of life and feel better on a daily basis. I would love to know yours. What is something that really helps you that maybe you kind of wish you started earlier? please leave those in the comment section. I would love to read it. And if you're not doing so great currently when it comes to the healthy habits, please don't beat yourself up. Life happens and you can always get back on track, start making little changes, little baby steps into the right direction. That is where it's at. There's a little fruit fly just flying in front of the camera. I wonder if you can see it. Go on, fruit fly, go fly somewhere else. And if you're like me and you like learning languages, then feel free to check out LiveXP and get your 30-minute trial lesson for only 99 cents. Link and all the info that you need in the description box. As always, questions, comments, conversations down below. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day and I will see you all again soon. Bye bye. So I told you about here in the Netherlands how if it's our birthday, then we are supposed to bring the cake. Another crazy fact is when it's someone's birthday, we congratulate everyone. So not just the birthday person, but their parents, their friends, like their partner, their spouse. We say, hey, congratulations with, and then we say the name of the person whose birthday it is. So we congratulate everyone.